Customer loyalty in the grocery industry can be especially challenging during times of economic uncertainty, when consumer confidence tends to decline. Delivering value not only through quality food offerings, but also through a well-rounded customer loyalty approach to stand out. What's rare, yet incredibly powerful, is an approach that centers both on the employee and the customer, creating meaningful touchpoints and experiences that enhance engagement and strengthen customer loyalty. Publix exemplifies this commitment. Their customer engagement strategy spans multiple touchpoints, from corporate social responsibility and sustainability initiatives like the Good Food Together food donation program, to their employee-owned business model, which empowers team members and reinforces a customer-first culture. Loyalty at Publix isn't just confined to a single department, it's embedded across the organization, driving authentic experiences that resonate with customers. We welcome back Maria Brous, the Director of Communications at Publix, to the Leaders in Customer Loyalty series, and she's going to discuss what sets Publix apart. And thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today, Maria. How are you?
Thanks, Mark. Great to be with you.
Great to have you back, as always. For those who may be unfamiliar with Publix, can you give us a short introduction to the company? How did Publix start? What's the backstory?
Sure. So in current day, we have almost 1,400 stores across 8 operating states in the South, and our newest state is Kentucky. But we started in 1930, so it's our 95th anniversary this year. George Jenkins started the company in 1930 after working for a competitor, but he wanted associates to feel valued and for their voice to be heard, to share ideas. So he started what we know as Publix. And we started with that one store in Winter Haven, Florida, to today, like I said, with almost 1,400 stores. But we are all about customer service, about quality products, and competitive pricing.
Okay, perfect. Can you tell us a little bit about your role at the company? How did you get to where you are today? What positions led to this role?
Sure. So I've been with Publix almost 35 years in June, so very excited about that. But started my career at Publix when I was 14, and I started as a front service clerk, which to many will be a bagger. So I started bagging groceries at Publix, worked in retail for about 9 years. Thought I wanted to be a public school teacher, had no idea how hard work that was, and that it took a very specific personality to do that. And if I wanted to have kids of my own, I had to stop teaching middle school. So I only did that for a short 2 years, and then came back to Publix full time. And then went into our education and training development department, and taught workshops to our management teams for a couple of years, and discovered that I had the gift of gab and loved our company and wanted to talk about it all the time, and had an opportunity to become the media and community relations manager in our Miami office for a few years, and then transferred to our Lakeland office almost 20 years ago. It's hard to believe, but to become the director of the department.
Okay, that's awesome. So when you look at your role, what keeps you up at night? What are the biggest challenges or opportunities that you face within your position?
Yeah, I think I'm very fortunate to work at Publix. Several of my counterparts that are other companies, both in and out of the grocery industry, we chat and we talk about the things that keep us up at night. But for Publix and for me, I feel very fortunate that what really keeps me up is just making sure that we're always doing the right thing by our associates. There isn't an issue or something internally that there's a struggle with. Everything we do is always focused around the customer experience and the associate experience. So for me, it really is about how do we continue to provide value and show value to both our customers and our associates. But it comes from a place of wanting to do more and always wanting to have more fulfillment, not from a place of worry. I mean, there's always going to be external factors that are outside of our control, but really how we operate business day to day, and always doing what's right and saying what we're going to do and then doing it, has always been what guides us. And I'm very fortunate for that.
Okay. When you look at customer loyalty, it's very important to brands these days. You talked about kind of customer experience and how that can lead to great customer loyalty outcomes. But what does customer loyalty mean to you and to Publix?
Customer loyalty and brand loyalty is everything to us. I mean, it's more than, our founder, George Jenkins, said it probably best. He always said from the beginning, we're in the people business. We just happen to sell groceries. And that really is always something that I will remember, words that he said and that we truly live by every day. Everything we do is about building relationships with our customers, getting to know them by name, getting to share in the experiences with them. We know that everything that our customers' lives incorporate, we're with them through those milestones and through those opportunities that food brings everybody together. And it really is about building that relationships, knowing that they can count on us to provide them with a service, but even more so, knowing that they are more than just a number. They are a part of our extended family. And for those of you that know Publix well will always know that we talk about how we're the largest family at 255,000 associates, but we have 1,400 stores just about, and we think of everyone as our family in that extension. So it is very much about building those relationships that creates that loyalty, in turn from customers and associates.
Excellent. What's the biggest driver of customer loyalty for Publix? Is it the pub sub? Because that seems to be kind of kind of phenomenon all in itself.
It does from from pub subs to fried chicken to our teas to our birthday cakes. But really, Mark, I'm going to say that it's always our associates. Our associates are what makes the difference and is the driver for that loyalty because our customers are building relationships with our associates. Like I mentioned earlier, we know them by name. We know their children. We talk about, birthdays and anniversaries and, holiday traditions. And we are part of every fabric of the community. They see us not only in our stores, but they see us out in the community doing good work as well. So we're an extension of the community. So I think all of that working together is really what makes us unique.
Excellent. A big push right now around customer loyalty within organizations. There seems to be kind of bifurcation with some brands. Some focus on it pretty acutely, and some less so. When you look at customer loyalty within your organization, how is it prioritized, especially with the senior marketing and operations leaders?
Well, for us, it's extremely important. I mean, the entire experience that our customers and our associates have with us and that loyalty, we want to create brand advocates. We want to create that loyalty where Publix is the only place where our customers want to shop and where our associates want to work. It's at the top of each of our business area plans and how do we not only attract and retain talent, but then how do we attract and retain our customers too to keep them coming back. And that's why we put such an emphasis on our associates making the difference. And quite frankly, Mark, when you own something, you take better care of it. And being an associate owned company, our associates have skin in the game. We want to provide that value and that service to our customers so that they understand the important role that they play to us and how we want to come to work every day to serve them better.
Excellent. And one of the topics that is kind of making the rounds within Multi 360 right now is engagement. You talked about great experiences, engaging the audiences, engaging the associates as well. But the younger audiences can be somewhat of a challenge. Brands find that it may be a little more difficult to get them involved in the customer loyalty program. They want simplicity in the program. What are you seeing in that regard? How are you creating engagement with the younger audiences?
Well, I think for us, it's about personalization and customization. So when we make it very simple, so when we think about loyalty programs, for the longest time, you'll remember we didn't have a loyalty program. Every customer, regardless of whether you provide your phone number at checkout on the PIN pad or not, you're all going to get the same great price, the same great value, the same great service. But by customers, regardless of age, across the spectrum, if you enter your phone number at checkout, we can personalize your shopping experience more. We can simplify that process. We can let you know when items that you typically tend to buy are on sale. We can tee up offers for you based on, what you typically try to do in your shopping basket. So I think all around, it really is about engaging with a brand that you love and know. For many, their experience with us starts as a child when they get their sprinkle or chocolate chip cookie at the bakery and continues to work their way through. So it's about building that longevity of relationship with our customers and then customizing and personalizing their experience throughout.
Okay. When you look at the current economic trends, what are you seeing that's affecting the grocery industry, and how are some of these trends potentially impacting kind of your customer experience and customer loyalty efforts?
Well, I think regardless of the time and regardless of the macroeconomics that are happening, I mean, customers always want to find value. They want their dollars to stretch more when they're in the grocery store. And we have everything from our BOGO programs, where it's our buy one, get one freeze that we offer very aggressively every week in our ad. We have 60 to 80 offers each week on not obscure items, but items that our customers are shopping for on the regular. We also encourage value packs so our customers can buy and freeze or buy and eat depending on the size of their family. We also have the customer convenience factor. We're all time starved, regardless of whether we live alone or have an extended family. We're all rushing and doing, so many things. So convenience is another driver for us. So understanding our customers and meeting them where they're at helps us continue to offer them that value that they continue to look for. So it really is understanding your customers, understanding what drives them, and then meeting them where they are.
Excellent. How can effective customer loyalty program, customer loyalty, or customer centric approach that you talked about, address some of these microeconomic trends?
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, it's that we put ourselves in our customers' shoes and we understand, the dynamics that are impacting. They're impacting us, they're impacting them, and how do we continue to solve opportunities, and how do we continue to bring further value? How do we continue to enhance that shopping experience, and whether it's meeting them in our stores or meeting them in their home, because for many, grocery shopping has evolved over time. So we do our, home delivery powered by Instacart, which allows customers to also shop how and when they like, and meeting those trends as well, and continuing to further develop that platform and doing curbside pickup for other customers that want to place the order and swing by and pick it up. Just knowing that it's not one model for every customer, that continues to build that brand loyalty and affirmation that we understand them and we're meeting them where they are by giving them the different opportunities that they seek.
Okay. When you look at the kind of the push for value right now, it's a big discussion we've heard within our grocery community, in the CPG community. The grocers themselves are looking at ways to provide value to the customer, but also making sure the program has value within the organization. Big push for private label. When you look at some of kind of the push for value, or what are you seeing in regard to that whole dynamic right now?
Well, I think there's a resurgence for sure in private label products. I mean, for many grocers and Publix specifically, we've always had a high quality private label program. Our private label program either meet or exceeds the national brand standards for the items that we offer, and have always been kind of that guiding light for us. So for customers that are looking for private label brands, we try to offer something in every category to provide additional value. Again, our BOGO program continues to be another differentiator for us. We are very aggressive working with our suppliers and being able to pass along value to our customers, and to drive innovation at the store shelf, and to bring the latest products at the best prices, and recognizing that it could be through an opportunity to do the BOGO program, or whether it's added advantage buys, or if there are additional opportunities to coupon, for digital wallets that they can clip and save, to save additional dollars. And also inside of our stores, we have communication centers that have additional coupons that customers can select from. So I think it's always looking 360 to figure out how we can bring value to customers, knowing that everyone's looking for that additional value. Whether you're an associate, whether you're a customer, we're all looking to stretch our dollar, and you can do it while shopping at your favorite store.
Excellent. I know that you launched the Good Food Together program in I think 2009, but to date you've donated almost 1 billion pounds of food product. When you look at the inception of the program in 2009, did you ever think you would get to 1 billion pounds? And what does that program mean from a corporate social responsibility, sustainability approach from Publix?
Well, for us, being in the food industry, the biggest impact that we can make is in food insecurity and helping feed our neighbors in need. I mean, that has been our focus. The unfortunate part is that there is such a need, Mark. I mean, it's this, the statistics are alarming of how many folks are in need, and especially even as it touches our younger generations and our most senior populations. So we work very closely with Feeding America food banks across our operating area, to be able to provide their clients with wholesome foods. And really, we've surpassed that 1 billion mark already. Um, no, I wouldn't have thought that we would have gotten there or that there would have been such need, but I'm so thankful that we are and that we continue to give back, not only as a company, but also our customers join us in that effort. That's why we talk about doing good together, because we can't solve this issue on our own. We need our customers, we need our associates, we need our CPGs, we need everyone working in the same direction to help feed neighbors in need. But every year we do a biannual, twice a year program where our customers have an opportunity to give back at the point of sale. We also, as a company, independently of that, will provide over $10 million in fresh fruits, produce items, fruits and vegetables, to our Feeding America partners, but also look to continue to find ways to keep food out of the landfills and where it belongs, in the bellies of our community.
So when you look at the Good Food Together food donation program and its kind of overall focus on the community, how does that impact or drive the customer experience, drive customer loyalty to Publix?
And I think for many of our associates and customers, being able to feel good about the place where they shop or the place that they work is a huge driver. We've always done it because it's the right thing to do, but it does have impact on the others as well. But really, it is about feeling good about knowing that our dollars are also there. We are not only walking the walk, but we're talking the talk, and we're doing the things that we say we're going to do. And we're working to alleviate hunger with our customers and with our associates. And there's pride in that. There's pride in the fact that we're able to give back so much. Mr. George knew the value of being able to give back, and he knew the importance that it was not only a privilege, but it was a responsibility to take care of the communities in which we live and work. And we continue that tradition today, 95 years later. We are ingrained in the fabric of every community that we serve. Even as I was talking earlier about Kentucky being our newest state, long before we opened the first store there last year, we were already giving back to that community, establishing roots there and letting the folks of Kentucky know that we're not only a grocer, but we're their local grocer. We're there to give back, and we're there to build community, and we're there for the long haul.
Okay, excellent. As you know, there's a big push right now around data, making sure you have the right data, the right channel, that you can leverage in a way to personalize the offers you talked about, but do it in a way that's customer centric, right? And in a way that shows that you know them, but it's not creepy or out of bounds. But with privacy, keeping up with privacy laws and regulations can be a challenge. And so, how do you look at the kind of the holistic approach to data and making sure you have the right data, but using it in a very proactive manner to drive that proactive engagement you discussed earlier?
Well, I think first and foremost, I think our customers trust the brand. I mean, they trust Publix. We are more than just, for many brands, it's a name, but they feel like they know us. They feel that they trust us. They feel connected to us. We have teams, from marketing and from legal that keep up with all of the latest advancements and processes and procedures. But really, we want to do it in a manner, as you said, that's thoughtful and insightful and that benefits our customers most. And really, it is about helping them. We don't sell any of their data. We really use it to customize and personalize their shopping experience at Publix. And that's what our customers are really looking for, is that personalization. To your point of, me, I'm more than just a number. I am, Maria Brous, customer of Publix, and this is my Publix store, and here's what I like to shop for. And that is what we try to create, is that seamless process for our customers. So it's not just a transaction, but it's about a meaningful transaction for the customer, really showing that we know them and they can opt in through our Club Publix accounts. they can opt in to receive information about different, whether it's sale ads, or whether it's knowing more about our community involvement, or whether it's knowing more about work in the sustainable fashion that we're doing. They get to opt in and out as they please, and knowing that we're going to tee up information that they're looking to see.
Excellent. And we talked about this a little bit earlier, but can a well-run customer loyalty program or customer loyalty foundation within an organization, address or assuage some of these kind of data challenges?
Well, I always think it's always about putting that customer experience first and really trying to know what's important to an organization and to a company. And when you put people first, all of the actions that you take represent that. And building loyalty is extremely important to both our internal and external customers. It is our foundation. It is all about that relationship building and that loyalty that's created throughout that process. So again, it's a great responsibility and a privilege that we're able to serve customers in that way every day.
Okay. What's the next big thing for customer loyalty, customer experience that your brand is focused on investing in or bringing to the fore?
Technology is at the forefront of almost any program within. I mean, as you know, technologies change quickly, whether it's platforms or speed, et cetera. So we have a technology team that's dedicated to the customer experience, the associate experience, helping our associates create more efficiencies and being able to serve customers. So for us, it really is all technology behind the scenes that will help our customer facing.
Okay. And what are two or three things that you're most proud of your customer loyalty program, your customer loyalty approach?
I think it's always about putting people first. So I would always say that it's about the experience. So the fact that we put people first in every decision we make, including in our loyalty program. Two, that we're always trying to provide that convenience and value ahead of that. So knowing our customers sometimes perhaps better than they may know themselves, or what they need or what they're looking for. So trying to stay ahead of that and being able to serve them. And then genuinely, I think the third part is always for me going to be the part of creating that loyalty and that connection with our customers through community involvement. It's who we are. It's ingrained in our culture. It's a fabric of our community. And for that, I will always be very proud.
Excellent. And now we have our wonderful quick fire question round. We like to keep these to one word or a short phrase. And the first question we have for you is, how would you describe your work life?
Exciting.
There we go. If you have a day off from work, what are you doing?
Football.
Okay. What kind of football? Pro, college?
Actually, my son's in high school, so anything high school sports right now.
There you go. There you go. Good. If you could live in any city, any country, where would you live?
Greece.
Okay. If you could go back to school, what would you study?
Law.
Excellent. Is there a facet of your job that you would like to know maybe less about or not be as involved in?
No.
No. Okay. Excellent. Is there a facet of your job that you would like to know more about?
Everything. You're on one word. It's also hard to do,
There you
but
go.
it's my job is to know a little bit about everything.
Okay. What motivates you when tackling challenges at Publix?
Pride in work.
There you go. What do you draw inspiration from? What lights your fire?
My son.
There you go. And what is your favorite sport or hobby?
Football.
There you go, football again. And what do you typically think about at the end of the day?
Did we do our best to serve customers?
Okay. Well, Maria, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today. It was great getting to speak with you and learn more about some of the sustainability issues you have at Publix, but also just your the customer to the employee. It's great to hear, and the passion you have for what you do was resounding. So it was a pleasure speaking with you today for sure.
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Anytime. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Make sure you join us back every Thursday for a new edition of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. And until then, have a wonderful day.